Welcome to the first episode of the Raceline channel. This channel is about real racing, sim racing and photogrammetry. So what is photogrammetry and why a photogrammetry episode in a sim racing or racing channel? Well, it turns out that photogrammetry can be a fantastic and relatively cheap technique to scan with a great precision objects, roads and tracks. So in this first video, I'm going to introduce a photogrammetric project I made in the last few months, which is a model with the centimeter precision of the Migliarino Italian Kart Track. And we will see it side by side with the footage of me on a shifter kart, a particularly violent shifter kart that weighs around 100 kilograms and produces around 50 horsepower. And keep in mind that when it comes to karting and racing in general, I consider myself a rookie. I have track experience, but I'm definitely not a pro driver. So I'm here to have fun, learn and experiment as much as I can. So how I started with photogrammetry and why? Well, everything started with a YouTube video of a person showing how he brought a road, actually a part of his city, into Assetto Corsa. I found that amazing, especially because it was possible to do that with a camera and or a little drone. So I started with some experiments and then experiment after experiment. First with the camera, with the iPhone, then with a bigger camera, and then with a little drone, I started to build larger models and to understand the software, the photogrammetric softwares. The kart track I've scanned is in Migliarino, Italy, close to Ferrara. This is the layout of the track, and the length is 1.3 kilometers, 1,300 meters. The model I brought to Assetto Corsa and rFactor starts from here. So is this area here. It's all the track. I've also scanned this part, but I still have to work on it. So we will start from here. And the direction is this one. So the lap time will start from here. And this is obviously the fastest straight. And usually with my kart, I reach around 120 kilometers per hour. And this is my setup. I took the pictures with a drone. This drone here. It's a DJI Mavic 3 Enterprise, but you can definitely do it with a consumer drone. And this is the model on Blender. I've used Agisoft Metashape to process the pictures and to create a high poly textured 3D model. But then I've imported the model, which was around, if I remember correctly, I think 8 million. This part here was around 8 million polygons. And the hard work on Blender was to divide the model into objects. So you see here, I, for example, had to cut the track, the grass. Then I had to decimate the polygons of each object to keep the whole model under 1 million polygons. For example, on AC, on Assetto Corsa, each object can have a maximum of 65,000 vertices. I had to bake the textures to keep high quality textures. So I baked these textures based on the original high poly model. Unfortunately, that day was sunny, so I baked some of the shadows in the texture. This is a risk when doing photogrammetry during a sunny day. Usually it's better to do it during a cloudy day. And these are the polygons. As you can see, these are the objects. And here we are in the kart. The kart looks beautiful in VR. Now we are in VR, and this is the track. So let's see. And you can see and feel the curves because they are 3D objects. You can feel them on the wheel and on the motion sim. Now we are going to the start line and see the difference with the real footage.